Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, this is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 21st to the 30th, 2018 reading for you. I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day, and I'm so happy to be here reading for you guys because this is something I absolutely adore doing. Now, as you can see, I'm using different cards. These are the Biddy Tarot cards. They were given to me as a gift, and I didn't think I would love them as much as I do. They are beautiful, they are simplistic in their elegance and eloquence, so I'm so glad to be using these cards. And these are the first deck other than the Llewellyn Tarot cards that I have used with you guys, so this is really fun to be able to share it. Alright, so we're going to see what these 10 days hold for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. Okay, fantastic. All right, there's a bit of struggle here, but you turn inward and there's a new dawn coming. Oh, I love it. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, I don't usually read cards upside down, but I guess I'm supposed to with this one. Am I? Okay. Let me take it all in for a moment, guys. There's definitely love coming, okay? There's a sense of really focusing on the pain and the sorrow and not seeing the love that is coming your way. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, for some of you, you're going to kind of be pleasantly surprised to see yourself falling in love after a time of struggle and difficulty. But for others of you, you're going to see that after a time of pain and after a time of struggle, you start to embrace the love that you have for yourself and the new dawn that is coming your way. You're actually turning inward and you are healing and focusing on what it is that you want. There's a sense of being stunted in a way in the prosperity that is coming. There's something that's holding you back, and I have a feeling that it's this argument and the doubt here. I like the count that you have, the 9 and the 10, where you go from worry and fear to kind of overkill and then a new dawn. It's as if you're purging yourself of some sort of despair, of some sort of harmful energy. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. It's something you don't need in your life anymore. It's as if you're sitting there and you're letting it go. Your first card is the Hermit. All right, and I love the Hermit. I love the star in this Hermit card. Okay, it is so prominent and just gorgeous. So he is being led, and I love it that it's towards the left, because people sit there and say, okay, left is evil. But left was always, in ancient times, the sign of not darker powers in an evil sense, but the sign of like mysteries and femininity. Okay, so you're actually moving towards the left. You're moving towards your spiritual awakening, and more towards the divine feminine. Even if you don't believe in the divine feminine, it's more towards loving, healing, prosperous energy and life. Okay, you are embracing a truth about yourself, and you're moving towards the left, which is also being able to connect with your, I like to say inner magic, and I don't mean hocus pocus magic. I mean the bit of divinity that lives within you, the bit of the God's head that's hidden within you. So you are embracing that knowledge, knowing that you are made up of a bit of the divine. You're connected to something bigger, that you are a part of the universe, and that you are made up of stardust. So you are really sitting there and embracing your inner power through the wisdom and the serenity of the Hermit, kind of turning inward, listening to what it is that you want, focusing on what it is that you desire, and not really caring about the outside world, because there's a lot that has been going on that has been trying to like knock you off your harmony. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, trying to knock you off this sense of peace that you are not desperately trying to achieve, but that you are moving towards. Okay, you are achieving it whether you are realizing it or not, because there's a sense here of just overkill, of everything within life just being right now within your mind. There's a sense of overkill, and what is interesting about this card is that there's this new dawn. There's 10 swords in its back, so that's why I say overkill. You know, 2 swords probably would have done it, especially when you have him stabbed right in the neck. I mean, that's it. They didn't need to be 10 swords. So This is a sense of life just kind of being a bit too much. And when you're thinking about it, there's a sense of being overwhelmed. And you're looking at things and you're going, how can I possibly move forward? How can this possibly be how I want to live my life, what I desire in my life, and how I want to move forward? You are sitting there and you're being overwhelmed in your thoughts, but you are focusing your mind. And this is the darkness before the dawn. This is the kind of wanting to scream. And for some of you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, I just saw it screaming into a pillow. It's very cathartic. Scream into a pillow. Go and just, go for a long walk. Go for a run. Do something to relieve the sense of just feeling completely overwhelmed. Do something physical. It's going to help center you. Going to help focus you. Because this is the darkness before the dawn. Know that, I don't want to say this is as bad as it gets, because for some of you, you might sit there and say, I'm having a perfectly fine time. There is something within these 10 days that are going to make you feel overwhelmed. That's going to make you sit there and go, are you kidding me? For some of you, it's going to be for a moment. For others of you, it's going to be longer. Okay, because this is a general reading and it can be read many different ways. But you are releasing this energy of feeling overwhelmed, of feeling just like everything is too much. And if you have one more thing, it's kind of like your back would break if a feather was put on it. Just being so overwhelmed that you don't want to deal with one more thing. And then after I say that, I'm going to tell you that an argument is coming. So that could be kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. But there's a sense here of having a conflict. I don't actually feel as if this is an outward conflict. This is an argument that you're going to have with other people, though for some of you it very well might be. It might be something that starts off as something small and then it just progresses into something bigger, and you sit there and you look at it and you go, oh my gosh, how did this blow so out of proportion? For a lot of you though, I think this is going to be an inner struggle. This is going to be something that you sit there and it has been building up for a long time, and you've been trying to move forward, and you're sitting there embracing your passion, embracing your understanding, looking at what it is that you want, but there's this conflict that's going on inside of you, and you just feel at times that you're at war with yourself. You just feel at times that you take, 3 steps forward and then like 5 steps back. And you think, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to get to where I want to be? And there's this inner frustration that's almost like a kettle boiling, or, you really do want to scream. I feel that very, very strongly, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. There's one point within these 10 days that is just going to have your frustration come to a boiling point. And you're going to sit there and go, how? How am I supposed to move forward? How am I supposed to achieve? How am I supposed to succeed? But there is success here. It comes from you turning inward and embracing and acknowledging that everything is too much, that you don't want to handle one more thing. It's as if you had to handle one more thing, it would drive you crazy. But there's the darkness before the dawn. It is as if, you are never given anything that you cannot handle. What did Mother Teresa say? God never gives me anything I can't handle. I just wish he didn't trust me so much. I love that quote. So that's what you're feeling. And I don't mean to bring religion into anything, but that's what I feel with this quote, with this card, that you aren't given anything that you can't handle. And it's actually moving you closer and closer and closer to the love that you want in your life. Now, for some of you, it is going to be actually falling in love. It's going to be physical love. For others of you, it's going to be moving towards that desire that you have, the way that you want to be in love with your life. And this has been a long road, and this has been a hard road, okay? And you deserve this joy, this prosperity, this love that is coming into your life. Because this is my Minor Arcana Lovers card. The 2 of Cups is a sense of peace, a sense of serenity. This is healing love that moves you forward. It gives you wings. It brings you closer and closer and closer to what it is that you want. And if you don't want romantic love in your life, okay, this is the balance of the masculine and feminine energy within you, the yin and the yang, the ability to sit there and look at things through one set of eyes, but very differently. It's as if you're using your emotions and your logic, and you are embracing the fact that you have to be strong and powerful and yet kind and caring at the exact same time, and you are finding that balance within yourself. You're finding that love and that harmony within your existence. And you are taking your energy, and instead of looking at all the way that things have failed, instead of looking at the sorrow and the disappointments and the heartbreaks and the pain that you have had, you are actually physically forcing yourself to turn around and see that this love is here for you, that this joy and this happiness is waiting for you. Because there's just such a sense that you have been dealing with so much that you can lose sight of the fact that it is all coming to an end, that this suffering is over, and now you are embracing what it is that you want. You're embracing the love, the joy, the peace, the happiness that is coming into your life. And now, with the Page of Wands upside down, this isn't, you are more focused on the spiritual right now, okay? And I don't mean that you don't want to see success on the earthly plane, but it's as if being a student of what you desire and listening to the messages of what you want from life isn't your focus right now. You are moving forward more, listening to your heart and your soul and creating what it is that you want, first within yourself, and then you're able to radiate that outward to the world, okay? So right now, you aren't, and this is interesting because this is you. You are a fire sign, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are represented by the Wands, and there's a sense of you not being in complete harmony with yourself at this moment. And that's what's being healed. That's why you're turning inward, and that's where you're finding your prosperity. For some of you, it's going to be through this argument. For others of you, it's going to be just a discord. Have you ever felt as if you aren't in complete harmony with yourself, like something is just off and you don't know why, that you feel so angry, so frustrated, so overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden the feeling lifts and nothing really changes except for something within you, and then you find that the love that you have been looking for starts to come, okay, and the joy and the happiness starts to be there. That's what you're going through, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. It's feeling off balance. It's feeling off balance, but that off balance is coming from a sense of inner turmoil. But it is an inner turmoil that is moving away as you embrace the dawn, as you stop looking at everything that you think is a failure, okay? And know that it's just what you're just one step closer to the success, to the love that you want. Because think of Edison. Edison said, I know 1,000 or 1,000,000 or however many different ways not to create a light bulb, but I know one way to create a light bulb. And it's like saying, oh, I found it in the last place I looked for it. You don't keep on looking for something after you find it. You don't keep on looking for something after you discover it. And now, instead of looking at the failures, you start looking at the successes. You start sitting there and saying, you know what, I have done a heck of a lot more than I give myself credit for. And you're going to see this change happen rather quickly with the Eight of Wands. The change starts to come, and it brings you peace. It brings you serenity of self. Even though you are worried, even though you are up late at night thinking and worrying, actually, this worry turns into thinking and planning. And for some of you, it's being up because you're having all these ideas that are moving you forward to grace and to peace. Okay? But for others of you, there is this sense of worry here. There is this sense of discord and disharmony. But you are moving forward, so don't ever let yourself think that you're not. It's just that you have so many ideas and so many ways that you want to embrace the next phase of your life and the new chapter, and to leave behind this time of doubt and fear, that you are really being honest with yourself. And that's kind of causing worry and doubt to come. But in the here and the now and on this earthly plane, there are a lot of changes happening. And don't let your mind talk you out of the success that is coming your way. Okay? Follow what it is that you want from life. And embrace your own personal self. Okay? Embrace your prosperity, because everything is changing, and don't let worry and fear and doubt weigh you down. And don't overthink things, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's it. You feel out of harmony with yourself, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, as if everything you are learning, everything that you have thought about you in these 10 days, it feels as if there's just something off. And that's because you're having an inner conflict. You're sitting there and you're looking at things. Some of you might be having an outward conflict, but it's mostly here, I feel, internal for you, that you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do I move forward? What is it that I want? And you just feel as if life right now is overkill. But know that this is the darkness before the dawn. This is the time before the beauty starts to come your way. And as you're looking at the sorrow, you sit there and you say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to focus on everything that I failed at. You're not going to sit there and say, this is, everything in my life has been horrible, okay? Because at times that's how you're going to feel. It's just a sense, a really big sense here, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, of frustration. But what you're doing is you're forcefully stopping yourself, and you're turning around, and you're saying, I can't look at this anymore. It's kind of as if on your head is caught on repeat, and just sad thoughts and disappointment thoughts are playing over and over again, and you go, finally, enough is enough. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't focus on what it is that is breaking my heart. I have to focus on what it is that I want from life. And as you change your perspective, as you change what it is that you're focusing on, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you find love. And for some of you, you actually find love. After this time of feeling as if you just want to scream, it's like things just flip around, and they do a 180, and you find this healing, beautiful love. And for others of you, you find this balance within yourself, and you sit there and you go, oh my gosh, this is why I had to go through this. This is why I had to go through all this muck, all this mire, why I had to feel out of balance, because there's a revelation that comes, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, that brings you to turn inward, to turn towards your inner peace, to be guided by your own North Star, there we go, to your truth, to your prosperity, and to your wisdom. You are moving forward in your bounty, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Things start to happen quickly. Don't let doubts and fears hold you back, and don't overthink the situation. Embrace the love, move towards what it is that you desire, and leave this harmfulness, this draining energy behind, because there's such beautiful things ahead for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And as you embrace love, you have two people in love here, and then you have these two doves here. It brings you peace, it brings you harmony, and things start to change quickly. And your subconscious message is the Four of Pentacles. Because you embrace this love, because you embrace this prosperity, you are grounded with the prosperity that you desire, okay? With this stability, with this prosperity of home and prosperity of self. You protect your solar plexus, you protect what you love, you protect your home, you protect what you want, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you go from being in despair to being in glory. All right. Well, I hope you have resonated with this reading. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.